watching Diecast Breakdown with Chuck Ellis, David Johns, and Mark McHotwheel. So sit back, strap in, and hang on. The breakdown starts now.
Well, hey there, folks. Chuck here, and welcome to Diecast Breakdown. We are so glad you are here today. Thrilled, dare I say it, that you're joining us on this Sunday afternoon / midday / Monday morning. I don't know where you are. It could be anywhere. But we're glad you're here, no matter where you are in the world. And we want to give a special welcome to our executive producer level patrons that keep this show rolling, as well as our other patrons. You're seeing them on the screen right now. First and 64th Customs, Dane Self, a brand new patron. You may have heard of them. DJI Webb has joined at the executive producer level. So thank you, gentlemen. They were on the show a few weeks ago, and we had a great time getting to know them, and they were kind enough to bless us with a little extra encouragement to keep this show rocking and rolling. Elevation Diecast Racing, drivendreams.org. Don't want to forget them. Jason J. Goldenberg, our man out on the street wearing our merch with pride. Always good to see him representing us all around the world in his travels. Louis Big Lou Tanahara, more on him in a little bit. Mad Visions, reviews through another lens, TWYCE Diecast, and of course, Video Geek Productions. If you want to know how you can join the ranks, you can visit diecastbreakdown.com, where you can check out all sorts of cool stuff, including past episodes, our merch store, where we've just dropped some fresh new merch designed by Justin Ellis himself. Really cool stuff. If you love our sign-off expression, you're going to love the new merch. He's got some other cool stuff cooking, so be sure to check that out when you get the chance. And while you're checking things out, make sure you're checking out that like and subscribe button. And if you like what we do, give it a share, because that really helps with the show getting it going. If you're listening to us on the audio format, I'm so sorry, because we're about to show a lot of really cool things, so jump over to the video feed. But if you are over there and you do like what we do, give us a 5-star on your favorite podcast app. It really helps other people find the show and grow it. And I find myself once again sitting next to my co-host, my colleague, my friend, my compatriot, Mr. David Johns. David, how the heck are you today?
Give you a high five, Chuck. I am doing great. I love these live episodes. Viewers, I hope you do too. This is some of the most fun we have. It's total riff session. We're just going to hang out with you guys, and feel free to chime in, and who knows where the conversation may go based on your comments. And by the way, Chuck, some of these maniacs were in the chat 4 or 5 hours ago.
No, just sitting there waiting for us to start. They were there the whole. I firmly believe they were doing nothing but sitting there full time, like they were waiting for the parade.
I like to think that is the case. And, I think they were
out. They had their chairs. They had their popcorn. They're just chilling out and waiting for us to start the show. Yes, Rico,
we all got to have our diecast break.
Rico, I do believe, actually camped out. He's gonna camp out
in my driveway right now. As a matter of fact,
until they make a '97 Toyota Paseo convertible, Rico is going to be camped out in the chat.
Hey, and, never quitting.
Exactly. So, you may notice that Mark is out this week. He will be back on a next episode. We miss him. We are wishing him nothing but the best. He's doing some really cool stuff with Auto Peak Detailing. Make sure you go check them out on the Instagram. He's got a lot of really cool videos of him turning really expensive dirty cars into even more expensive shiny cars. So if you like a good ASMR type cleaning video, Mark is the guy. And also make sure you're checking out drivendreams.org, where you can help us they're already here, gather 25,000 cars for kids in need all over the globe. You don't have to mail a box. You don't have to lick a stamp. You don't have to write a check. All you have to do is grab some diecasts on the card, pledge them at drivendreams.org, and donate them to a local event, charity, mission, whatever it is that helps kids in need. It could be a food bank. It could be a children's hospital. It could be a women's shelter. It could be a church. It could be a steeple. Open the doors, see all the people. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm just letting you, I'm letting you ramble, Chuck.
What is going on here? It is going to be one of those live shows, David. So, David, again, thrilled to have you here. And again, thrilled to be talking live, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a news and reviews episode, talking about some of the cool stuff going on in the world of diecast. So if you got something that's really exciting you, make sure you drop it in the chat. We are going to be monitoring the chats in Instagram and on YouTube, and for the one person that occasionally pops in on Facebook Live. We see you. We love you. Join us over here on YouTube.
We would, yeah, it might be a lofty goal, but I would like to double those numbers on Facebook Live.
We could do it, people. Just open up another tab.
There you go.
Just so we can see that little too. All right. Well, David, I'm gonna let you kick things off here because you've got some hot goss and topics.
Well, yeah. We'll get into we might spill some tea, but I would love to just show some cool stuff. We all know one of the biggest brands to make a splash in Vegas was IXO America.
Yep.
So just to get everybody quickly re-caught up, IXO is a brand been around for over 20 years, a lot of European castings, a lot of presence in Europe, a little bit bigger scale for the most part, but amazing 1/64 scale tractor trailers that you can get here in the States. They have a place here in the States where they're going to open up distribution. This was their initial entry into their IXO America line, which is going to be American cars, in their words, that might have been overlooked by the diecast industry. This was an amazing Hellcat.
Yes,
Jeff,
famously overlooked by diecast.
right. Jeff and Clint are kind of steering the ship so far. I got my hands on one of their F1 racers. This is your Indy 500 winner, Alex.
Oh, that's
Blue.
Indy, not F1. Just
I
know somebody's gonna jump in the chat and go, it's IndyCar, not F1.
Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, thank you. It is Indy, and that's a big deal because for well over a decade, another American diecast brand whose name has a color in it has had the license for Indy. So this was quite the get for IXO America right out of the gate. And you can see why, guys. This car in 1/64 is truly remarkable. I'm not an Indy racing fan, even though we have a race here in Birmingham where I live. But this car is absolutely killed it. And I know IXO would be proud or are proud to have this on. We've had Jeff and Clint on the show in the past, guys, if you remember. And we know their passion for the brand. Chuck, I wanted to show that, see if we have any Indy or F1. We're gonna be crossing some racing borders here. There's plenty of room for all racing fans. What do we think of IXO's first foray into Indy cars in the 1/64 scale? Now, just for example, before we get started, this is what you can get from Hot Wheels. Now, I'm not throwing shade. This is a mainline 5-pack. We know that Christina Albrecht, more on her later, has done an amazing premium F1 racer. RLC, is that right, Chuck? Or
I believe it was RLC. Yeah.
Okay.
It might have been Elite. Let me look that up. But
all right, you look that up while I'm talking about pretty cool F1 cars that you get in this 5-pack from Hot Wheels. I don't know how many open wheel racers we have in the chat. Feel free to let me know. These are really good. And again, this is not anything more than me saying the amount of detail you get on the IXO IndyCar is staggering compared to that. And this was not that much more expensive than this 5-pack. So all that to say, do we have any open wheel race fans in the chat? Who is their go-to brand for their 1/64 scale, or do we even collect 1/64 scale racers anymore? You know, NASCAR, Chuck, unfortunately, I think the glory days of 1/64 NASCAR might
wasn't that wild?
be
Like there was
behind
that decade where everybody was just like NASCAR diecasts were it, and now I was in a vintage toy shop the other day in Jacksonville, and they had some stuff from the late 90s.
They're doorstops.
They can't give them away. They're $1 each.
Yeah.
Still on the card, $1 each, can't give them away.
Brand new.
And I don't get what happened. I guess everybody decided they were done with the roundy round cars and moved on to F1. So I gotta say though, the F1 from the F1 from Hot Wheels is not an RLC car. You can order it without being an RLC member, and I will talk about that one more in a little bit. But it is available exclusively for pre-order on MattelCreations.com. And I don't know, did you see the F1 movie?
No, I have not.
It is a very, very fun movie. It is not a movie that is full of pathos and ennui and deep plot lines, but hey, if you like car go fast, car does go fast. And,
I did watch. I watched the series on Netflix, and I did notice we had a humongous coup this week for all your F1 news. This is your source. I don't know if you knew this, Chuck. Max Verstappen got snatched up by Mercedes-Benz, if I'm not mistaken, from Red Bull. Humongous news in
the coup
in the racing
F1 news
world.
Unless you're Rico, who does not care about F1 or Indy and prefers drag, drift, rotor rally.
You're just gonna have to bear. You have to grit your teeth and bear with it.
Bear with it for a few more minutes, Rico, because we're going to be talking about it. But yeah, it is a very cool car, and I know Christina worked on it. And the movie is great if you love product placement, especially because it is the most product placement I've ever seen in a movie. Because literally every shot of that movie has an Expensify, an
that
AMD,
is just so tacky. That is so tacky, Chuck. The people that do that,
just such sellouts. Anyway.
All right. That's my first. Fire away, Chuck. What have you got locked and loaded?
Well, it's funny that you happened to bring that up because I did, in fact, have a photo of that. And I got to say, it looks really good for being a Hot Wheels car. And I know that's a little bit of a backhanded compliment, but
set the table. What is this?
So this is the replica of the car that Brad Pitt drives in the F1 film, and it looks really good. It's got all the proper labels and sponsors things. It comes with 2 other sets of wheels. It comes with a red set and I believe a yellow set.
That's right.
And a little tire rack. So I did in fact pre-order this, even though I am not a particularly F1 savvy person, but I do collect movie cars, so it did in fact catch my attention. And speaking of movie cars and movie vehicles in general, and Hot Wheels in general, Hot Wheels dropped a few things recently that are of interest. The 50th anniversary of Jaws and the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future are this year.
I saw that
for
Back
San
to the
Diego
Future
Comic-Con, they're dropping these things, and I gotta say, big fan of that Back to the Future set.
Yep.
The Jaws thing looks tiny. I don't know what the deal is there. Like, it looks like it would be like in scale or something.
Are you saying that they need a bigger boat?
They're going to need a bigger boat. That's what I'm saying, David. I mean, you look at that boat and it's not very big. It is a very small boat.
I think 3 people got that joke. I don't know.
Yeah. We've got an older audience. I think they remember. But the Back to the Future set, I think, is fantastic. We really haven't had a decent Doc Brown box fan yet. And this one looks, it's not quite 1/64 scale. I mean, that DeLorean looks like it's crowding it a little bit, but it does look very nice. And, I will be doing my best to pick this up. I heard originally that they are Comic-Con exclusives, but they are, in fact, going to be releasing them for online sale.
That one's got really, really cool packaging, if I remember right. Shout out to the guys doing packaging.
Yeah. If I had been doing my job properly, I'd have the packaging here, but I don't. I just have a quick preview. So that's my first round of news.
You just want to whet their appetite, Chuck. You don't want to give them the full meal.
You can find out more at MattelCreations.com, where they've got a countdown for. It seems like they got a ton of stuff they're counting down to. They got like a Datsun 240. They got the 59 Chevy that they're counting down to. That one's really cool.
Yep.
I believe that was another one Christina worked on, at least on the paint side. I'm not sure, but I know that was a Brendan design. So
I've got another one that Christina worked on, and the reason I want to this ties together with your Hollywood Hot Wheels. She was so nice, and the reason I'm bringing this up, guys, is that if you have not checked out last episode of Diecast Breakdown, where we interviewed Christina Albrecht from Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, she's living her best life working at Hot Wheels, which is her dream job. She was kind enough to send me this Barbie Corvette C8. She signed it for me. And I think this is the kind of stuff that is so cool when you have the actual designer sign stuff. And I say that not to humble brag or show off stuff that other people don't have, but we want to give you a chance in the future. So she also did this Women's Day charger. It's a really cool tribute. She talked about how special it was to her and all of her female colleagues at Hot Wheels. We would like selfishly, Chuck, I'd love for this to get into the hands of a female collector. We're going to come up with some kind of giveaway in the future. This is signed by the designer, Christina Albrecht, and it's a 74 Brazilian Dodge Charger. It's really rad. It's not a girly car. It is straight up muscle, and they killed it. It's got a wonderful tribute to other female employees at Hot Wheels, some of the design team, some of the other people in other parts of the world that made this car happen. This is for 2025 Women's Day, and I think it's really cool, the whole story about how that car came along.
Yeah. Eddie, just for reference, what I'm seeing from the Hot Wheels website is that the Back to the Future car is $32, not $400. But that's two of them. And yes, shout out to Hot Rod Chris. Check her out on Instagram, by the way. She does some really cool stuff. She's got some really cool design work that she does, and you can actually buy some merch designed by her. So check that out when you get a chance. All right. Well, we got some other cool news. Speaking of Christina, who worked with a friend of the show and longtime supporter, Louis Tanahara. You might notice he's one of our patrons as well. And I was talking with him on the phone just earlier today and talking about some really cool stuff that we'll be doing with Cartuned in the future. You know, we have talked about them for a while, and we are really excited about that stuff. So I did want to talk about this is hitting the shelves later this week, if you count Sunday as the start of the week. This is the new custom shop from Cartuned. This is one of our first looks at it. I haven't seen this photo anywhere on social media, but Lou dropped it in my inbox, and I'm really excited to share this with you. It's a really cool setup. It is going to be retailing for around $12.99, $12 to $14. Not sure. It depends on the person that's the seller and what they set the prices at. That's actually determined by the seller, not by the company. And features their new UCast technology, which is I still don't know how they do this. It's a non-toxic resin that will allow you to mold your own wheels. So you get the vehicle,
get out of here.
You get a decal set, you get a set of tires instead of existing wheels. You got some chassis, and you can make your own wheels with the new UCast technology, only from our friends at MGA. So
from the mind of Mr. Tanahara, I would imagine. I'm going to give him credit for it, even though I can't confirm it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he was out in his garage, maybe mixing chemicals. No, but yeah, really cool setup he's got coming. And David, I have people stop me on the street all the time, and they go, "Chuck, what is the deal with the JDM stuff from Cartuned?" And I go, "You mean this JDM stuff?
Get out of here! Where's our music? Where is our?
I know we need our audio cue, which I can't find because they redesigned everything in the studio.
Hold it right there so we can take it all in.
Yep. So this is the Series 1 of the JDM line. You may have seen some footage of this from our earlier gallivanting at Diecast SuperCon. We had a bunch of footage there. We got to interview Big Lou about these and talk to Baljeet about them. And this is Series 1. And Series 1 and Series 2, I am told, is all Toyota. And then we're going to be seeing more.
Getting closer, Rico.
More JDM stuff. No word yet on a 97 Toyota Paseo convertible, but we'll hold out faith for that. It is going to be coming possibly end of July, but more likely mid-August.
There you go.
Get
Nicholas
excited.
Rivera. Not yet.
It's coming up close very soon. So very excited.
Look at those chase pieces. Look at that double dripped Supra.
Now the Supra double dripped and the red bottom. It is important to point out this series is going to be the first one that the double dripped is not exclusive to any one retailer. There will be 400 red bottoms and 80 double dripped, and they will be not just at Walgreens. They will be scattered far and wide. So it doesn't.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah. So that's gonna make the stakes. I mean, only 80 cars, and that's gonna make the stakes a whole lot higher because all the places that you can find them just got a lot bigger. And this set has been so hyped, so anticipated by people. I won't say hyped. Like the people have generated their own hype because they are in love with this set, and for good reason. These are some iconic pieces of Japanese vehicle history, and we're really excited to see this brand grow and do really cool things with these cute chibi style vehicles. And again, here's a close-up that Lou sent me of that Supra.
That lettering,
the regular. Yeah. Oh, it's great with the stanced wheels. Just super cool stuff. So very early renderings. I do also have some early looks at the new rigs set.
Are you allowed to show this?
I might be allowed to show this. No, I am.
Not,
I am definitely
not. Fire away.
I'm definitely allowed to show this for just in case the legal team over there is sharpening their pencils. We do have permission to show this. So
there they are. We've heard about them. The legendary rigs.
Yep. These things. A single container weighs over 200 grams, equal to 4 regular cartooned cars. They will be all metal, which is very cool. And there's another view of one of the rigs with the cartooned containers. These are going to be die-cast metal containers that you can store your vehicles and display them on. They're stackable. It's a really cool setup. Really excited about this series. Again, Lou just knocking it out of the park with really cool designs. I love the rims on these things.
Oh yeah,
they have that iconic Big Lou huge rim, tiny band tire, which is fantastic. So that is the latest from Cartuned. So over to you, David. What do you got cooking?
I have got some stuff that I've picked up recently, and I want to just call your attention, friends, if you don't know. So bear with me here 1 second.
Okay.
I'm back. All right. So we did a short on these, and we talked to Chad Reed from round 2 before they came out, and he was really excited about some of these 2-packs from Auto World.
Yes, indeed.
Here's one of your new castings, guys. This is a 80 Camaro Z28. This is a new casting for Auto World. These are in the F bodies, but the deluxe series. Now, the deluxe series, I'm all about giving you information. The deluxe series does not have rubber tires. These are for the collectors that enjoy racing these. They have plastic wheels. They look amazing.
They also have plastic bases.
Yeah, you're not losing anything on, by not getting rubber tires. They just look freaking cool. This is one of the new castings. This is the other one that I was so excited about. as excited, maybe probably more if I'm honest. Ford Probe. A lot of you guys have found these already. If you haven't, if you're watching these from somewhere where these 2-packs don't hit, or they just haven't got to your area yet, I assure you this Ford Probe looks exactly the way you remember if you're an old geezer like me. This was Chuck, this was one of the cool kids cars.
It was, in fact.
I did not have this car.
Neither did I.
But to throw in a freaking SVO with it, which is an amazing casting as well. I mean, this is a heck of a 2-pack. Auto World did not have to give us 2 of these in the same package. So this is just 2 of the things from Auto World that I was really excited about finding recently. And if you're watching this in other parts of the world, I hate to say, stinks that you don't get these in your neck of the world, but it really is cool to see these in our targets. Chuck, out of these 4, unfair question. You got to take one only. Which one are you grabbing?
Oh, the Probe, I will say, especially in the white version, I have the white version and that teal color, and in white it does look fantastic. I do have to go with the 1980 Chevy Camaro, though.
Yes,
that is the mullet mobile from the Malaise era that I love. And the Probe is cool. It definitely reminds me more of my childhood than the 80 Camaro, but those stripes on the side, they add 20 horsepower. So
absolutely,
gotta love the look of that 80 Camaro.
This is the first release, and I believe the second one, if I remember right, Chuck, release 2 is the yellow, right?
It is. I'm keeping an eye out for the yellow one. The yellow one looks fantastic. The silver one looks great. The yellow one looks even better. That 84, it's an 84 that's with it, right? That's no slouch either. That's a great looking casting. Great casting.
Yeah. How crazy is it that Z28 IROC came in 4th on the appeal meter for me out of these cars? Like, that is a lineup when normally this car is taking it all day long. I don't recall a really true good 1/64 scale example of that car.
The later Hot Wheels one that Brendan did does look very good. The one with the roll cage, that one is a very good looking casting. But I think as far as good looking on the more premium side,
who would have done it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Auto World's really kind of knocked it out of the park with that one. And speaking of Auto World, over on their round 2 side, for July, they dropped a whole bunch of military themed Victory over Desert Storm, Victory over Japan, Victory in Europe days. And I wanted to draw attention to the Victory in Japan one, because that one does look very, very cool. I like that they painted bunting on the side of it to make it look like it was decorated for a parade, and the war is over painted on the side. I thought that was very cool. Little make it look like not just like a tribute vehicle, but like it was an actual like parade vehicle, which I thought was a really clever play on their end. And again, the round 2 guys just working really hard at, as far as going for accuracy, I you'd be hard pressed to find somebody doing it at that price point better than Auto World. And and the fact that they can do it for, cars that are less than $7 is outstanding. Now, if you are a jeweled or lensed headlight snob, like some people I know, you might be a little wanting on the Auto World side, but they make up for the lack of lenses in incredibly crisp lines, very detailed chassis, and just all around picking, total banger cars when it comes to,
if you're gonna give me that, I can give up my lensed headlamps.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are really, really good looking cars. I'm trying to think. Oh, I've got with me the 67 Caddy that they just dropped for Auto World. This is a new casting.
Yeah.
And again, there's some detail on that chassis. I don't know if we can see it here. I'm going to do the little influencer
It's
hand
coming in.
block here. But yeah, I mean, look at that. You got the frame rails, you got, the underside of the engine, the gas tank, and again, great. This is the premium line, so it's got the rubber tires and it's got the metal chassis. Really love that they went with dog dishes on this. That's very much not a typical Cadillac thing,
right?
But with the black on red interior, and one of the best looking years of Cadillac too. That 67 with the crisp lines, the really cool subtle fin action on the back, really great car. And another one from the round two people. This is the Johnny Lightning Toyota
movie
Hilux,
inspired,
Top Gear inspired. Thank you very much.
There you go.
But it was originally yes, for a mystery matinee, not Back to the Future casting, but of course Top Gear famously had another one of these vehicles, and they did
tried
this
to
as
kill
a barn find. They did try to kill it and were unsuccessful at it. So this was kind of what the truck looked like when they got it before they smashed it to bits and put it out to sea and had the waves roll over it. But they're releasing it as a barn find. It's another not official tie-in, but we all know what it is. And again, another great casting that they knocked out of the park. True 1/64 scale, as all new Johnny Lightnings are. Even includes like the little areas where the chassis and the cab would meet and bolt together on the bottom here. Very, very cool. And opening hood and opening tailgate.
Rico wants to know, is that an Auto World exclusive?
It is an Auto World exclusive. Thank you, Rico, for
Rico.
pointing that out. You can only buy it at autoworld.com. I believe that's the... Don't check me on that. Go, just Google it. You'll be fine.
Just go with it.
Yeah, go with it. And another one that we saw dropped on this show.
Yes, sir.
This is the Blob Eye.
You saw it here first.
Subaru STI. Another one, great chassis. And this is another one that's kind of a movie car, but not officially. This is the I believe it was a Mecum Auctions thing where they auctioned off one of the movie vehicles. So they got a little workaround there. Yeah, it actually has a little Mecum license plate on the back of it. But yeah, great little tribute to the Baby Driver Subaru. Great movie.
Remember, the white one is not a Chase. It is not a White Lightning.
It is not a White Lightning.
Confirmed.
It is just a variant that they happened to make white. And yeah, so that one is another one that I am very excited to have in my collection at last. So, all right, David, your turn.
All right.
What do you got?
So speaking of companies that might do cool Camaros like round two is doing, we spoke with Vincent, the new CEO of Greenlight, briefly at Vegas SuperCon. As you recall, Chuck, I know. And he introduced a packaging. I just want to put you guys out there in case you see this and you wonder what's up with Greenlight's new packaging. This is going to be a new type of clamshell that they're going to have for their premium line. This is a mainline version. This is not the premium packaging. But in the future, when you get a premium, and you heard me right, premium Greenlight, we saw a white Acura Integra and in Vegas, and it looked awesome. You'll have a little tab here at the top. This is basically a PSA at this point that will turn. The clamshell will open. You can slide out the car. You can store it in here, or you can put it on your shelf. The clamshell will fold back up. You don't have to destroy your clamshell. This was just the very first example I had seen of the new shorter blister pack that they're using, and it's going to be a reusable clamshell. You'll also get a base that goes with it, and we did a short on it. You can go back through the Diecast Media Network catalog of shorts about 6 months ago, I believe. You should find an example of that. This is from the showroom floor. Just a cool Tahoe, by the way. I love these clean, regular mom wagon soccer practice SUVs. Nobody is doing SUVs really as well as Greenlight is right now. The Dodge Durango looks awesome. The Ford Expedition looks awesome, and so does this Tahoe. Any thoughts on this one?
I mean, I'm not a huge modern guy, but I do like the new packaging. I do like that they are available. They've done a
Mhm.
few of those Durangos for sure with like the Yellowstone tie-in and
Mhm.
a few of the
NCIS.
NCIS. I was going to say, yeah, some of the investigative detective shows. So I think that's a cool thing. I'm glad it's out there for the people that really do collect them, but I usually don't have those in my collection. But
All right.
I
Well,
admire them
I've got.
respectfully.
I do have one that you would have in your collection.
Okay,
And what I'd like to do now is just make sure you're aware.
I do
Greenlight does
have that in my collection, actually.
Greenlight. I knew you did. Greenlight does hobby exclusives that are only available, as I understand it, Chuck, in hobby stores or through diecast distributors. This one I snagged at the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville, Tennessee, which has an
Oh,
amazing selection of diecast. And I am throwing that out there because I told Chris in the gift shop that I would do that.
mhm.
But this is an example of one. You're not going to see this in Walmart. Look for this green hobby exclusive tab on the card, guys. And there's a lot of them. There are so many Greenlight models that we don't ever see in Walmart or Target. You guys have got to get online and go to places like Diecast Direct in Kentucky. They're
Mhm.
here in the States. Any of your other favorite ones, and just search by hobby exclusive. Here's another one. I bet Mustang Hunter Jason would love this.
Oh,
Uh,
it's a good looking one.
look how clean this one is. I've never seen this one. I love the white walls. I love the rim choice on that. I don't know if I can get it to anyhow. It's just a super clean version that you're not going to find hanging on the pegs in your big box. Hobby exclusive is what you're looking for on the cards, guys. Little green foil stamp. Just almost they feel like a nicer version. Last thing I want to show from Greenlight. I don't know how they came in so clutch for this episode, but they did. Chuck, we talked about this a long time ago. Do you remember?
I do.
This is
Yeah.
a hobby exclusive. I got this at Diecast Direct in Kentucky. You can actually tour their showroom and get all kinds of goodies.
I would lose all my money.
You
Like
would lose
Diecast
all your
Direct
money.
has so many cool things, and their prices are very reasonable. And if I didn't have to pay shipping, I'd be in big trouble.
So if you're a customizer, how nice would it be to start with this blank canvas
I can
and
almost imagine it.
throw some decals on it? This is from their Hot Pursuit line. They have the ones that are decoed out with the police stuff. And oh, by the way, it is a hobby exclusive. Just keep in mind when you're shopping for Greenlight, they do stuff that we don't see. So go look for all the good stuff that Greenlight has. Like a lot of brands that we don't see in stores. They really are our hobby. Sometimes it caters to the people that are in the
Mhm,
community and in the hobby, like the dealers and the distributors. And I
mhm.
like that.
Speaking of Greenlight, I do have another one on my side, which is a new tooling of their Sherman tank. This is available now. It is a new barrel and a new turret from the Forces of Valor, whatever that
Or a
means.
turret.
It could be a turret. I don't even know what a turret is. I guess I predict the
Uh,
future of your being kaboomed.
that's what you do when you get it out of the package.
Exactly. You tear it. Nicely done, sir. Although you can't really, I love Greenlight, but guys, that packaging makes. I'm glad they're switching to the open and closed
Mm-hmm.
clamshells because those blister packs just make me want to just throw things against the wall.
Turret.
Yeah, tear it. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I do think it's really cool. Greenlight is the only person entity out there currently doing a true 1/64 scale tank in
Yep.
diecast,
Yep.
which and currently it's only the Sherman, but they're modifying it. This is a newer version of it, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully I'll be seeing it in other versions that are not
That
the Black Bandit series. That I know a lot of people like that series. It's just not for me.
Chuck,
So
do you remember with the other tank news that we heard in Vegas? And I'm gonna bail
I
you out if you
do.
okay.
I
Tell
do.
tell what you recall the president and CEO dropping to us all as you know we sat there and watched this
and
amazing
not
product.
just dropped it. They put the controls in our hand. They are doing radio controlled true 1/64 scale tanks, and I believe there was a German World War II version, and
There was a
there was
Tiger that
a Tiger.
he
Yeah.
went and saw live in person and recorded the engine so that it would be accurate in the model. So the sound you hear, and you get the engine noises when it's backing up, when it's going forward. Those are legit the actual sounds that Tiger tank makes. And we're talking about 80-year-old tanks, if I would have to guess.
Yeah, that is a long time to get tanks, but we give tanks. We're getting tanks. Anyway, yeah, it's really cool. We got to play with them. There's some footage of that somewhere back on our channel. Go check it out. If we knew what we were doing, we'd link to it, but we haven't. So, David, I do want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Did you grab one of these?
I didn't yet, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is.
Look at it.
Stunning. Look at it, sir. This
Just
is the Hot Wheels RLC 1964 Pullman, I believe it is.
It is. Yep.
It is a
S600?
Mercedes Pullman S600. Just as 1964 Mercedes-Benz 600 with the opening quad doors, which blows my mind. I know David is not a fan of opening doors and opening panels, but this is an exception because it is in fact a bit of engineering that I never thought I'd see in 164, and Brendan has done it not once but twice diecast with the 61 Lincoln Continental with the semi-suicide door configuration, and now he's done it with 4 doors opening the regular way, and did an amazing job on the engineering on these. Very clever. It looks great with the doors open or closed. And I mean, look at that. For Hot Wheels, like, look at that. That is not a huge panel gap.
Yeah, that doesn't jump out to me as they open.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this thing looks fabulous. And it's got a neat detailed interior. You got like the little tables even have like little cups on them. It is just a really, really well done model from Hot Wheels.
Can you name one evil dictator that drove a Pullman in the past?
Idi Amin, I believe, had one.
I think you're right. I was thinking of who was the.
I don't know why I went to Idi Amin, but
yeah, who's the fella in Libya? Was that Muammar Gaddafi?
Erdogan? Oh,
no,
Gaddafi. You're right.
Yep.
Gaddafi.
Yeah,
he definitely had one. So I don't know why we're experts on dictator vehicles.
Yeah,
but
come get all your political updates.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, that is a really cool shout out. And to jump back down a few pegs back to the old premium line, this is a brand new casting from Hot Wheels for the old school movie. This is a 79 Dodge van that they just released. And the young designer, I'll have to look them up. They only have 2 designs under their belt, and this is the first one that has hit the pegs, as I believe. It is a very nice way to come out.
Yeah.
Is it true 164? No. Do I mind?
Do we care? No.
So it don't matter. But that's our mind over matter joke for the day. But it's got a really cool push bar. Definitely looks like, Will Ferrell and Luke Wilson are about to come pouring out of there. And streaking. So yeah. And yes, thank you, Rico. Gaddafi. Yeah, everyone's in the chat. Gaddafi, yes. So thank you.
They got our backs.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Hot Wheels again. You gotta respect them continuing to up the game when it comes to everything from the main lines all the way through their ultra premium line, doing really cool stuff over there. So David, what else you got?
Should we tease them, Chuck?
All right. Let's tease.
Another one that made an absolute splash is the Majorette collection series that debuted. We got a glimpse from Daryl and his team in Vegas. Guys, Daryl is gracious and is joining the studio in the coming days to talk about Collections Series 2. And we will pass along any and all information we get from him, but I want you to look forward to that if you don't know and you missed the hubbub in Vegas, Majorette is doing true 1/64 scale. There are 6 cars that they chose for wave 1 of collection.
I love this this methodology too that they're doing. I'll let you tell
Chuck, okay, I'll explain it. We're starting in the year 1955 with a Chevy Bel Air, and we're adding a decade to each one. We've got a 65, we've got a 75, and 85. You get the picture. This is your 75 Porsche 930, and it looks freaking amazing. Just look at the lines. Tell me that that doesn't look like that car that was on the poster on your wall when you were a kid. Because that is about as cool and one of the most beautiful cars ever designed, in my opinion. Big old wing on the back. Look at the
whale
tires.
tail.
Wheels are right. Whale tail is right. And just a fantastic line. I am really, really excited, guys, to hear maybe what we can expect in the next round of cars. Now, there are several waves of these. There's not just one colorway for each vehicle. I believe there's at least 2, maybe even 3, for the vehicles that are chosen for that collection series. So we're interviewing Daryl, director of product development for Jada. So you got access to the people that are, bringing us the coolest stuff in diecast right now, and that's what I love about this program.
What's the MSRP on those majorettes there, David?
You would think these are $14.99. You would think they definitely have to be $9.99, $6.99 or $7.99. One of those. $6.99. An incredible value for the money.
I can't wait, and that I'm incredibly flattered that we were able to get those early releases. It's one of those ones that I really want to open it, but I'm like I can't. It's got this unique packaging that has this story behind it, and again, you can check out previous episode to talk about that story.
Go look at our recap from Vegas.
Absolutely. And but yeah, very cool piece of lore. And speaking of Diecast SuperCon, this just dropped I believe it was yesterday or
I was
today.
hoping we would see this. Yes, sir.
This is the IXO America Diecast SuperCon exclusive.
What am I looking
at? Square body quad cab.
That's a whole lot of truck.
I believe this is a 73. No, it's later because it's got the square headlights. And of course, I can't read it because it's tiny. But this is the looks like a late 70s, 78, 79 quad cab dually. And it's in a hot pink with some real big old tires and real thin rims. Big old wheels and really thin tires, I should say, and really sharp looking.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Big Lou would appreciate the wheel to tire ratio on this vehicle. But this will be a diecast SuperCon exclusive. Cannot buy online. Cannot buy from IXO directly. You have to be in Las Vegas to get it, or wait and pay way too much for it on eBay. So instead of doing that, buy yourself a plane ticket, get a hotel room, pay for the registration, and then you can buy this car and save you all that money on what you would have spent on the eBay flip universe. So
Diecast SuperCon 26. It's going to be big.
That's your financial tip there.
Yep. Tell you the convention's only getting bigger and better. You guys consider going. It's an amazing spot. Heck, even Mr. Tanahara designing the logo. I mean, it's all coming full circle. We had a blast last year, and know that you would too. Plus, you get to meet a lot of cool collectors like we did this past year.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, that's about it for what I've got, David.
I got one more thing. I want to do another PSA.
Okay.
I feel so strongly about this. I'm going to mention them again. I've already talked about the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville. But But for the nerds like me that geek out over commuter wagons and 90s Japanese sedans, these two things would cost me $40-50 buying and shipping them from Japan normally. We have one official retailer of Tomica limited vintage in the United States. As I say this, as I sit here now, it is the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville, Tennessee. They have a relationship with Tomica, and we get TLVs at prices that are almost criminal. When you talk about, Chuck, when you talk about this being less than an RLC, I'm sorry. I'm going with this every time. These things are amazing. You know what? I'm going to crack one open live. We have got, what do we got here? We got a Toyota Sprinter wagon. Not going to move the meter on sexiness unless it does. And it's a level of detail you just don't get with a lot of other brands. If you're new to this show and you're like, I did not know Hot Wheels looked that good. Well, number one, this isn't a Hot Wheel. This is a Tomica limited vintage. A lot of people will agree this is probably the top of the mountain when it comes to true 1/64 scale diecast cars. And if you are anywhere near Nashville, Tennessee, heck, even if you're not, it's worth the drive. If you're going to the beach, you're passing through there, you got to make a stop there, because you get these at $20-25. Or if you do like I do and you pop for the big daddies, where else are you going to get this and it not be $70-80 after it gets to your doorstep?
I do want to buy that one.
This is a special 25th anniversary without
gorgeous.
The wing on the back. The doors open correctly. Chuck, if you'll do a little talking after we go away from this, I'll try and get these doors open while we're kind of creeping.
Well, David's doing that. I do want to shout out that yes, TLV has been kind of the standard, the gold standard for a very long time. There are some people nipping at its heels. One of the first ones is Tarmac Works. This is a Lancia Delta Integral.
I love this one. Yeah, I love these stock versions.
Is number 35 of the series. So low number car, which I thought was pretty cool.
Get that?
I don't know. Well, actually, I think this was a diecast direct order. Now that I think about it, very nice jeweled headlamps and tail lamps. Love the little detail. I don't even think you can see it here, but it's got the defroster lines in there in a copper color on the back. Really nice casting, beautiful crisp lines on this thing. No opening panels for David to rant about. It has a separate rear windshield wiper. Is an actual separate piece on there. The wiper blades come out onto the windshield, are not molded into the thing. They are separate pieces. Absolutely gorgeous. And I believe about half the price of that TLV. Another one that really has been catching my fancy lately. This is BM Creations. And they do some really cool stuff. This was a set where you could do custom or stock. I went with stock on this one. This is a Toyota Corolla, and it has like little body kits that you can put on it. Another great defroster lines on the back. And BM Creations does what very few do. GCD, I think, also does it, but has the front wheels steerable, and they are linked. They do, in fact, turn each side. They do not turn the wheel inside like on a 1/18 scale vehicle, but at 1/64 scale, we're turning wheels left, we're turning wheels right, and that is a very cool thing. Great looking castings, jeweled headlamps. They've got a Honda Civic in a similar setup that is very cool. And if you want a display that has some good old plain Jane vehicles, the copper mid-90s Toyota Corolla doesn't get much more regular car than that.
Well, from that, we'll go. Let me quickly throw it back to this. We'll go to the opposite. I've got the doors open.
Oh, there it is.
Look at how well executed these Lambo doors are.
David, you're
And
gonna get $100 at the end of this show.
yeah, when you close them, tell me. I mean, that doesn't scream out that they open. This is
Mhm.
one of the few that I'm really okay with the opening parts, just because. I mean,
It's the
that is,
Lambo doors. You gotta
it is a
have the
Lambo. You
Lambo.
got to have those, and they execute it so well. On all their, on all the Ferraris that they do, like the F40, the engine cover on the back closes nice and tight. It's just it's a different level. So if that's not your thing and you don't want to invest that much, that's your call. If you do, you get your money's worth out of the execution that they give you.
Mhm.
Chuck,
Another one.
I'm out over here.
I do have one more. Since
All
we're
right.
talking about some ultra premiums, there is a brand called Chase Wheels that sells online. That they've got a couple of different brands that they sell under, and I haven't seen them anywhere else. And this is their Crown Victoria.
I have no idea what this brand is. This is great.
I've got to say, this is a Rollin 164, ROLLIN 164. This is, I believe it is is it Santa Monica? Yeah, Santa Monica Police Department. It was a choose your ride, kind of a gimmicky car that had a taxi. The back, this is based on a real vehicle.
It's just like a DUI
like an
campaign.
anti-DUI campaign. And I got to say, the more I look at this thing, the more I like it. Those are, in fact, jeweled spotlights.
Get out of here.
Yep, in there. Separate bumper guards. The wheels are multi-piece with the chrome center caps. Proper cop wheels. You got bars on the back windows here. You've got the little copper lines here. The chassis on this thing is incredible. Look at the detail on that as it goes by. So multi-piece exhaust system, really, really good looking casting. And these vehicles, I believe this one was about $32. It might have been $28. They've got some really cool stuff on chasewheels2.com. They've got a baby driver tribute with a Blobeye STI. It's a Rollin and Furia, FURYA combo that they've got with the Blobeye STI and an Atlanta police vehicle. They've got a couple other really cool police vehicles. They've got a late model SUV with the Florida Highway Patrol, a Chevy Suburban Highway Patrol. They got a Chevy Tahoe Texas Highway Patrol. They have a minty green Pontiac Aztec.
Oh,
They kind
I'll
of
take that.
desert theme around it, and missing a wheel cap, just like on a certain show. And it is it's $34, but man, it is a really good looking casting. And I've only seen them at chasewheels2.com. And David, you're gonna really like that site. So fair's fair. I'm gonna cost you some money too.
Yeah,
But
I deserve that.
Yeah. And I think that's about it for me.
I have one plea to make before we go, but
Okay.
go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, and finally, as another movie vehicle that I love, I did finally get that Mini GT Bond
yes, sir. Yep.
set up. I went for the one with all of the gizmos deployed. They do not come in and out, so you do have to be careful with displaying it because it does have those the spinner wheel comes out and the rear bumper thingy and but looks super duper cool. Great casting from Mini GT. Can't wait for the other Bond vehicles to come out.
And if you are interested in seeing that vehicle without all of the gadgets deployed, we have that on Diecast Reviews. We had the clean version, if you will.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Final plea.
All right. Here's what I'm asking for viewers. If you enjoy this show and you enjoy the content and you enjoy knowing what is current and is coming out, I am echoing a plea that we've made in the past. We would love, and we need contributors. We need people who, if you want to make diecast content, but you don't want to start a whole channel, you can make videos of cars that you get, and we would love to help you hone your craft making shorts or videos, whatever. And you get to post them on a channel that has a built-in worldwide audience. You're going to get credit. We're gonna recognize you. We would just love a little help developing all this content. Chuck, David, and Mark, Phia, other contributors, we all have regular jobs, and we understand that you will too. That's why it in order for us to get the content out that we want to and really love making, we just need some help, and we would love to interact with some of you that either you already do it and you want to contribute to Diecast Media Network because you believe in this project, or if you've never taken that step and you're like, I think I got some cool stuff, I might make a few videos. We'll put it on there. We'll take the hit if they stink. If they don't and people love
We'll
them,
take the credit.
we won't take the credit. We will give
not
you
take
the
the credit.
credit.
Yeah.
And we want to share the hobby with as many people as we can. But this is not our full-time job. You've heard us say in the past that our jobs and our families kind of take precedent. So when our jobs flare up with a little bit more activity than normal, sometimes the content is not as frequent, and we want to open it up the option, the opportunity for others to grow and become, I guess, impassioned with creating content like we have, because it's fun and you get to see cool stuff and you get to interact with people. So if that has ever crossed your mind, we will have an email in the link for this video. Please reach out. If not, we will continue delivering all the content we can come up with and get in your hands so that you can consume your diecast appetite. But we want to make it always open to the community. We're here as part of the community, and we're never going to be separate from the community. And that's what I kind of wanted to wrap up my portion of the show with today.
Well said, David. And yes, exactly. A lot of us are going through a lot of big changes in our lives. I just got a new home, so I'm going to be moving. This is probably, I think we're going to do one more recording at this location, which is why things are a little askew today. And then I'll be moving to a new studio and setting that up. And we're hoping that with that change, I will have a little more freedom to contribute more. But thank you to Reviews for Another Lens and Elevation Diecast for their kind words. I know we've had other people that have reached out and are interested in helping, and we're looking for any ways we can continue to keep this project going. It was never supposed to be about us. It's supposed to be access for the fans to the world of diecast and to the people who make the decisions, and basically our way of being that kind of go-between, both as an oral historian of diecast and as the voice of the enthusiast, and opening up those conversations with creators and with brands. And we've done about 120 of these, and it's been amazing, the support and the access that we've gotten. We've got some really cool guests coming up. We got Brian Benedict from Hot Wheels is coming up. Yeah. We got Carson Lev coming up. These are big names, big names that we wouldn't have been able to get without you all being here, supporting the show, doing the subscribe, and reminding your friends to tune in. It's again, a remarkable thing, and we are grateful to that. And with that, we are going to bring things to a close here. Again, check out drivendreams.org. Really cool project that Mark started. Great thing that one car equals one smile. I love that, and we're honored to help him with that project. And again, shout out to our patrons that make the show go. If you want to join their ranks, again, visit diecastbreakdown.com. And if you don't have any money to spend because you just went out and bought an $80 Lamborghini Countach diecast, you can always hit the like, subscribe, and of course the share button, and tell a friend. It's free. And then they can also go out and spend $80 on a Lamborghini Countach. And it's how we just keep this whole thing a rolling. But we're thankful for you. We're thankful to each other. Thank you, David, for being here. Always a pleasure. And as always, we want to thank you for coming along with us for the ride. So until next time, stay fresh, cheese bags.